Welcome everybody to the video and welcome to the flea market. Nice day here in the Bay Area of California. Always a nice day when it's cool and overcast, which is how it normally should be. It will get hotter later. Don't get me wrong, it's still summertime, but overcast mornings usually because we live closer to the coastline. Although we are in a valley, Santa Clara Valley, but we still get a nice cool morning most of the time. But I got my coffee going. Yeah, I usually don't buy coffee. I make my coffee, but I ran out of filters, so I had to. Before I came here, I started to stop at the bank, and there's a Panera right next to the bank, so it was going to be quick and easy. And I'm trying to hold the cup kind of out of the way. I do get quite a bit of stuff here at this flea market. And you're going to see the camera kind of... Yeah, I have it on my... I clip the camera onto my fanny pack, which is around my shoulder. And then it sometimes, you know, when I'm going through boxes or trying to get down to look at stuff, you know, the fanny pack will just like kind of fall forward. So not really sure how to avoid that without wearing, you know, the chest harness for your GoPro. Don't really care for the chest harness. It's just like too constricting, and especially like right now during the summer, I have a big old sweat spot right where, you know, the little where you connect your GoPro to, right in the center of your chest. So nice quiet morning already. You know, not too many people out at the moment. But it is a Friday too, so 50 cents to get in, and not as busy as a Thursday or Saturday or Sunday, but still some good good quality stuff out there. My plan was to go on Thursday, but I don't know, I got up in the morning, I just wasn't feeling too good. I had to get up, and it was just too hot, and so I was like, all right, we'll go Friday. Can that person even see? Who knows what they got? Tons of stuff stacked on theirs. They couldn't even see around the bags they had there. So, but I'm going to keep my eye out for the vendors that I typically find stuff at, the ones I typically buy from. One of the guys over here that I usually buy something from, he's not there today. Typically, he's there Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I don't usually... It's been a long time since I've actually been to the flea market on a Saturday. Actually, pretty rare I go on a Saturday. But I have, you know, Saturdays are pretty busy. I mean, the weekends are, you know, they're busy. As you can see, not many vendors here. Like in my previous video, that was a Thursday. There were a lot more vendors filling out all these spots here. One of the things I'm trying to do is quickly finish my coffee so I have both hands available. Nothing worse than putting your coffee down and then spilling it, which I've done before. It's so annoying. Looking at this, these people are here all the time, but there's the stuff. They go through everything pretty well, and don't know if they sell online or anything, but usually the stuff they bring here isn't worth reselling for any, you know, putting online or anything. And then sometimes they will have some higher end stuff, which they keep closer to the truck that they bring all the stuff in, and that stuff they really charge up pretty high for it. So I typically don't buy from that guy. The other guy over here to the right, bunch of table, not the boxes. There was a bunch of tables there to the right. Has the good stuff and good prices. The only thing is, I don't know. I think he also goes through everything pretty well. And stuff, sometimes I find some good stuff on there, and I get it for a good price. It's just not. It just doesn't sell. So I have I still have stuff from him that I purchased from him that is still sitting around in my inventory. So I typically pass it up. But the box guy, this guy's relatively new here to the flea market. Just started seeing him last several months here at the flea market, and just boxes, box guy brings all these boxes in. Don't know. I mean, if he, I mean, I'm guessing he's probably a storage locker buyer, just because everything's in boxes, or these are his own boxes. All these boxes are pretty clean to have been sitting in a storage. At least they appear, clean to me. To have been sitting in a storage the whole time. One recommendation, if you are coming to the flea market, bring like a wipey or something, because after you're done, or wash your hands in the bathroom. Usually, I just get a wipey so I can quickly wipe my hands down right after I'm done, because it gets really dirty fast. And sometimes, I don't know, you pick something up and it's all sticky and like, oh man, you just ruined everything, just ruined your day. So bring wipies when you come. I wear glasses, so I have a lot of glass cleaners, little wipey glass cleaners. So I always, in the morning before I head out, I always rip one so I can clean my glasses on the way, and then I'll keep one or two in my pocket just in case, if I need it to clean my hands, or sometimes like on like old, not old necessarily old, but the rubber on like remote controls and like the grip they use for controllers, that will start to deteriorate over time and it gets really sticky. And so sometimes, you'll see them there, you'll pick them up, and then, it gets just sticky on your hands now. And that's just typical of what happens with that material that they use. Usually, not a deal breaker because you can get it all cleaned up with alcohol. Alcohol will act like a solvent on that, and kind of just you'll be able to basically just wipe away a layer of it that's all sticky, and you get down to a lower layer which is clean and not sticky. I picked up some good stuff from this table the last week. There was that Patagonia backpack. There was some fossil purse. Not too much here. I thought maybe there were some sunglasses in there, but no. This pocket knife, which I think was pretty good. I'm going to look it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really excited about it. Not really excited about what's on the table today. Maybe there was more stuff on Thursday. I don't know. But she is someone that I tend to buy stuff off their table quite often. And so, I would like to, not, keep the relationship going, basically. Just make sure, she knows who I am, and that I'm always, buying stuff from her table, and then that will potentially lead to, hopefully, a deal or two down the road, or better deals, or they see you're spending money, so you can get a little more negotiation power, I guess. If you want to get a little bit of a better deal. So I always try to buy something here. And one thing I do do when I go to the flea market, to help with developing, not necessarily like a full-on relationship where, some people, I communicate back and forth with, they'll text me, I'll text them, hey, have you gotten anything, or they'll send me a messages, hey, this is what I got, da 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 da. But just to show that I'm an active buyer here, I'm spending, trying to give them money, basically. I'll tend to wear the same hat so they'll recognize me. I have like a maroon hat that I wear to the flea market almost all the time, and so a lot of people recognize me because of that hat. So even though we're not like on a first name basis or anything, or I'm not exchanging numbers with anybody, they'll kind of recognize me and be like, oh, I know this guy. Hopefully in their mind they're thinking, I know this guy. He buys a lot of stuff, so yeah, we'll maybe if I'm like, oh, can I get it? She gets 10. I'll say, can I get it for 5? They'll recognize me and hopefully give me a little better deal. Hopefully. It's a little tactic to use. I don't know if it really works or not, but I get good deals, so I'm rolling with that as a tip. That's a tip. Flea market tip. They can't wear the same clothes all the time. That'd be kind of suspicious. But at least a hat. Um, yeah, I usually don't go through the floor. On the floors, usually I don't really find too much down there, but it is like a dollar floor. You know, everything's a dollar. I tend to focus towards the tables here. So I was looking up that she said 3 on that knife, and the comps were kind of up and down. Some were a little bit low, like around $10 or so, and then some were a bit higher, about 50 or 60. So not sure exactly yet. We'll see. We'll see about that. But we're gonna keep it moving here. See what else is going on. We're gonna move on down the line. Check out this next vendor. So, another guy that I usually stop at and take a look. I bought some signage from him before. It eventually sold. It took a while. It did sell for good money, but it wasn't. I wouldn't buy it again. It took a while to sell, and the box I needed was just crazy. And completely empty right here, man. There was nobody here. There used to be a guy that used to set up on these days, and he would take up several aisles. But I haven't seen him in a while, and generally charged higher prices, but he did have good stuff. I'm gonna come all the way over here to the back side by the screen. Clothes, shoes. Never know what you're gonna find. All right. Moved on down the line here. We're towards the middle section. I'm in the boxes, probably from a storage unit. That Sony alarm clock. I just sold one just like that not too long ago for $20. So I'm gonna pick that up. That in that other box is a what's called a VGA, or it's a video cord, older style, still in use. It's a long one. I think it was like 50 feet, and it was brand new. Good quality, so I'm definitely gonna pick that up. He said 5 and 5 for both, or he said $10 for both those things. As you can see, he has a pair of bright neon yellow foam posits. Foam posits, man, those Nike foam posit shoes, they I don't know, a little too tight for me. Not really my type of, not really my shoe. But let me know what you guys think of the Nike foam posits. I have bought and sold those. I don't know, just too much. I kind of like the ease of being able to get into a shoe rather quickly. Yeah, you definitely can't do it with that. APC is a power. They do a lot of power cords and different types of cords. This here was, I don't know, some sort of video combined with power output. Now, I'm taking a shot in the dark here with this one. Bottom of the box, there's a long box. And Book of Mormon Media Kit is what it says. See that there? And it's a bunch of records. Records and film. And so I don't know. I'm gonna take a shot at this one. Book of Mormon. It's a press kit. I don't know, like, for what? Like, I don't know. Maybe. No idea. The only comp I can find is one that's listed, and it's cassettes. So I'm gonna take a shot at this and see. It's in fairly good condition. It looks like it's been stored in this box forever. So here we go. The character on one of the characters on the thing looks like Lawrence of Arabia. I don't think Lawrence of Arabia was Mormon. I'm gonna ask this guy. He wants $10 for it, but I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable paying $10. And everybody's trying to get a deal from him. And I mean, in my opinion, he is charging a little bit much for everything, but it's his stuff. So I mean, he can charge whatever he wants. And I think definitely with that Sony, the Sony alarm clock, that'll pay for all the stuff that's here, and everything else should be profit on this deal. Don't know what that Book of Mormon's ultimately going to go for. Maybe $25. We'll see. And the cord, I don't know. I kind of just bought it because it was brand new. It's still in use. It's a good length. We'll see. I haven't comped it out yet. We're gonna move on down. It is such a nice, cool day. I'm gonna swing back around and just take a quick peek, just to see. The other stuff was kind of older, so I wanted to look in the boxes, just kind of glance at the top and see what else is in there, and just based like on the era of where that stuff came from. Maybe there's other stuff, but he's still pulling stuff out. It looks like too. Doesn't look like he has much help today, so he's doing it all on his own. Already finished my coffee, which is good. So I have both hands now. Also operate the phone. Then we have some more tools and stuff. Let me know what you guys see. Let me know if there's anything I should be buying. I don't do tools. There was a nice keyboard here, but it was missing a key. Some camera equipment. And typically what you'll find is, the vendors that kind of have stuff. The people that have stuff on the tables will be more expensive than the stuff that's on the floor. And if they have things kind of sorted and, they don't have that much on the table, generally it'll be more expensive. So I tend to stay away from it. Either way, I moved all the way down to the far end, far corner of the flea market. There weren't too many people towards the middle. I don't know. These caught my attention. They kind of look like the old, like those Nike Yeezys, but they weren't. Then glassware. Nothing really exciting here. Leather pouch. But then I come across some VHS, and so my thought process on this, I was in my head, I'm thinking this guy's probably going to ask like 40 or 50 bucks for all these VHSs. I really don't know. I've never seen Star Trek TV series in VHS form. And so I thought maybe, I don't know. I was thinking maybe at least $5 a pop on them is what they would probably go for. But I'm not sure what he's gonna tell me. So I was thinking like 20 bucks would be good. Under 20 bucks would be good. But we'll see right now. I'm gonna just do a quick look up on something here and just see if I should be buying it or not. Because I haven't seen Star Trek. TV series VHS, so that was kind of odd to me. I'm just trying to anticipate what the cost is going to be here. I'm hoping the guy recognizes me because I bought a lot of stuff from him already. He's been kind of bringing out some of the same stuff. I mean, from the same haul or storage locker he probably bought. Some blow modes over there. Those probably would be pretty good, but I really don't deal with anything that large. Way too much. You have to stack some boxes together. And so he ends up saying 15. So like, oh. And so I was gonna try to get for 10. But 15 was, I think, is good. $10 would have been better. But we're gonna give it a shot. See, I'm not looking stuff up. I mean, I kind of looked it up, but I didn't really get a good, a sense of what it could go for. So a few things in the cart now. Nothing crazy. Nothing's blowing me away yet. I mean, I got that Book of Mormon thing. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna take a look down this aisle. I was looking for Lupus section. Definitely someone I buy from a lot. And it was looking like she didn't bring too much, but she was just getting set up. And so I was like, all right, maybe I got some time to kind of peer over here and see what this woman has. She generally not necessarily the best stuff over here, but sometimes I'll find one or two things. Just a glove. Doesn't really look too exciting. I definitely go check out what Lupa has, but it doesn't look like too much right off the bat. It doesn't look like I'm going to be buying too much, but you'll be surprised as you start digging what you find. As you can see, not too many vendors on a Friday. Fridays, I mean, you would think Fridays would be busier, but Fridays aren't. It's Thursday. And then, I mean, the weekends, obviously, it's the weekend, so. Come over here. I'm going to take a look. Kind of curious at these boxes. That guy over there, I forget what his name is. Not in the frame right now. I spot something over here on this side. That guy right there in the tan shirt, that's the competition. I forgot what his name is. We had talked to him before. Talked to him and his wife or girlfriend, I'm not really sure. But they come here often and buy. We kind of buy similar stuff. He's really into toys and Disney. I like to buy toys. I'll buy Disney. But he is the competition. And not really much of a, not really much chit chat. But, to each his own. I'm in the zone here. Not too. So I'm looking at Lupa's section here, and it's not looking great. I'm like, not really sure. Maybe that Nerf ball. That's kind of an older one. That Nerf football right there. I remember getting these when I was a kid, but it was pretty well. It looked like it would fall apart once you start playing with it. So I'm like, not really looking too set up here, or not really looking like she has too much. So, but we're gonna start digging. We're gonna start looking. See, right off the bat, I'm not. Oh, right here. So she showed me some hats. All right, so I'm looking at some hats. She says she has mold hats in here. So this 49er one looked pretty cool. I'm gonna grab the 49er one for sure. It's a Puma hat. The other ones look like stadium giveaways, mostly local teams, the Giants. I think the rest were pretty much Giants, and I probably would have bought more. They were just kind of in, I don't know. I didn't feel like buying them. I mean, hats aren't really moving that well, but because she was like, hey, I got some hats you want to take a look at, didn't really feel like obligated, but I was like, I'm going to buy a hat. Just because, hey, she was like, look, you might be interested. She's trying to help me out. Now there's a button on the screen. I didn't even notice that lady there. I'm telling you, what you're seeing on the camera, what you guys are seeing in the video, I'm really not paying attention to what's going on around me. So I am like focusing on these hats. I was kind of curious about this. It was a kid's hat. If it was an adult hat, I might have picked it up, but then it was from the children's place, so why would it be an adult hat from the children's place store at the mall? But it said something like "Welcome to year 2000," or it was like a Millennium hat. But it was for a kid size, so like I couldn't really. Didn't feel like dealing with kids hats. Kids hats don't really sell that well. I think in all the years I've been on eBay, I've had one person ask me for a kid's hat. People usually don't. Shoot questions to you like that. Like, hey, do you have this or do you have that? But I did get a question one time asking for a kid's hat. And kid stuff just I mean, other than toys, kid stuff just doesn't sell that well. There was that Yadro piece. I know you guys saw that on the camera. If you guys are into figurines or porcelain collectibles, Yadro is a name to look out for. Now, this isn't a huge, desirable Yadro piece. I believe it's a guardian angel looking over a child, a small child. So this isn't like, oh my god, it's gonna be like $200-300 Yadro. No, it's probably more like because it has the box, it has the paperwork in there. It's probably a $40 to $50 piece. If it didn't have the box or anything, it's probably more like a $20 piece. But with the box, with the paperwork, the figure appeared to be in great condition. I'm gonna snag that, and that's probably about $40 or $50 right there. So not bad. All right. So I see the Yadro now. I'm like, all right. Now I'm kind of getting hyped up a little bit. I see something. I see Yadro, and I'm like, all right. Now let's see what else. I'm looking at this Britney Spears. We're getting the Britney Spears. I mean, I think you guys already know. We're going after the Britney Spears figure. That's from 1999, so vintage. Now I'm like, what else is in here? What, magic cards? Are you serious? I don't usually deal in magic cards, but based on what I'm seeing here, 90s stuff, I'm gonna start making a pile. Based on what I'm seeing here from the 90s, I'm like, okay, maybe there's some early 90 magic cards. And if I'm not mistaken, here my camera starts, falling over as I'm like getting a little excited here looking at stuff. Now, Magic, if I'm not mistaken, Magic cards came out in 1993, and a lot of these cards were 1994, 1995. There were some baseball cards. I think I do end up buying this box just because I wasn't sure if I saw a Magic card in there or two, and I was like, I better just, I don't know, I don't want to leave anything behind. Potentially leave, a big card behind. This is full of Magic cards, so I'm going to pick up the Magic cards because they're early Magic cards. If you can see the reflection there, and I do happen to notice that the guy showing my competition is showing up here. We don't really, know each other to chit chat. I say hi like once or twice maybe, but I don't know. Maybe he thinks I'm unfriendly. Maybe I think he's unfriendly. I don't know. Who knows? But all I know is we are looking for the same stuff. And again, more butts in the frame. Oh, man. I'm looking at these chopsticks. I'm going to grab them. I remember my wife was talking about something about chopsticks the other day. And I was like, oh, these are like some cool wooden chopsticks. I'll get them. I thought this was, I have these Madeline dolls that go for pretty good money it comes with a little case as well, too. And I thought these were also a part of Madeline. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of like blocking the box here. I'm kind of like spreading out here, trying to prevent other people from moving in on my space, especially the competition. We're all there's a lot of resellers, that we all help each other out, and it's just some are friendly, some I shouldn't say not friendly. I shouldn't say friendly. Some chit chat, some don't. So, but I'm looking at the rest of this glassware. I mean, I saw that Yadro, so maybe there's more higher end glassware in here. I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna go. There's more glass in this case. Yeah, that was like a bank or something like that. It's all this owl piece. I don't know. Maybe it's a Blanco. Maybe it's pretty well made. Nice glass, thick, heavy glass. So I'm definitely gonna snag that owl. And plus, it's an owl. Everybody, I don't know if owls are still in or not, but I'm gonna buy the owl. That was a nice glass piece there. I'm still digging in this box. This box appears to be. No, that's nothing. I don't know. I'm really liking this box now. This appears to be probably made by somebody. trying to get to the bottom of the box. Trying to see if there's anything interesting on the bottom. These are just kind of small. I'm not sure. Are they like Trojan horse or something? Not 100% sure. This one here I think was a dog. So, but the owl was cool. The owl was cool. It was a big piece, so I'm definitely gonna take that. I'm gonna stick around here for a little bit, scanning everything. I'm just double checking, make sure that's not the Madeline. She does have some Barbies, but they were, yeah, I don't know. Barbies just aren't too they don't go for that much. So yeah, and then everyone's like Barbies, and they usually charge a little bit more for Barbies. So I don't like to. I really don't dabble too much of Barbie. I will pick up Barbies if it's a great deal, but I don't really want to potentially pay up for Barbies. So I'm gonna grab the magic cards. I'm gonna grab the baseball cards because there were some magic cards in there, and just because they're early magic cards, and most of them, and the odds are 99% of them are gonna be worthless. But there might be a few in there that might be pretty good, and hopefully there's those ones that are going for a few $1,000s. I'm hoping, because these were all early ones. They're all from 94, 95. So we shall see. There's a place over at the mall here, and they do I don't know. I guess it's like a pickup magic games. I think I don't know. If I really can't find anything on them, I'll probably take them over there. Is it pickup magic game? Like like a pickup basketball game that we used to do with you just get your friends together, and I don't know. I wasn't really into the Magic, the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, or anything like that. Never really got involved with those types of cards or games. Saw some Jordans here, but I don't know. They seemed a bit. I thought they were the older ones, but they had a bigger air bubble. So I'm seeing a lot of stuff that is prompting me to, and they're still bringing stuff out. So apparently she hadn't taken everything out yet of her vehicle there. So I spotted a Nintendo controller. There was just one of them in there. Miscellaneous other controllers. So I'm going to hang out just a little bit in this section, just kind of see what else is around. Let me know. Let me know if you guys spot anything, if you guys see anything. Is there anything that you would have picked up? Anything you want to have picked up? Let me know about magic cards. I'm not that well versed in magic cards. So if anybody out there knows anything about magic cards, these magic cards are from 1994, 1995. If there's anything I should be looking for, let me know. But I'll probably just start scanning. I don't know. Something about this told me maybe it was IKEA. I don't know. It was just the chair. I thought it was a dude. I thought it was the person and the chair, but it was just a chair. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at the taking through these boxes. That might have been a good box. Might not have been. I'm probably gonna leave it behind. I mean, it was okay. A little silver plated. They look like little forks, like for crab or something, like crab legs. No, what's in here? Just a little miscellaneous jewelry. Nothing really that great, but I thought I'd just take a look at it anyway, just see. You never know. There could be like one good piece in there, and that would make the whole deal. Old iPad. Be cautious with old iPads. If they have a lock screen, good luck trying to get into it. You have to sell it for parts. Look, old school, enamel pot coffee maker. Miscellaneous glassware. I like that tote bag thing. That was kind of cool. So, yeah. I got my cart filled. Or filling up, I should say. Star Wars. Here's a Star Wars. These ones aren't crazy valuable, but I'm gonna get a good price over, overall with everything. The Yadro should pay for most of what I end up, we end up selling on $60. I think I shoot out 50. Yeah, I shoot out $50 for everything, and then she said, "How about 60?" And I said, "Sure, no problem." Um, so the Yadro, oh, those are some Coca-Cola lights too, some vintage Coca-Cola lights. They have the polar bear on there. Christmas is coming up, so they're kind of like Christmas lights. Polar bear, Christmas, winter. Um, but those Star Wars figures, they don't really go for too much. There are a few that do. They have to be new in the package. And I remember many years ago, probably like a decade ago now, there was someone I ended up buying something crazy, like 1,000 of them, from somebody. I ended up getting for like really cheap too. It was like came out to like 10 cents a figure or something, and I slowly sold them all off on eBay. So I decided to pick that one up just because it's Star Wars. It's gonna sell. And like I said, I'm gonna get a good price overall on all the items I'm gonna pick up here. Definitely circle back. I mean, sometimes I wish my wife would be here with me just because the second pair of eyes to see stuff. Um, and she likes digging through the boxes. I'm not really much of a I if I find something, then it'll get me encouraged to start digging through the boxes, but I'm not much of a box digger. Um oh, look, she pulled out some toys from there. Like, whoa, what the? Oh, yeah. She was asking me about cassettes because there are a bunch of cassettes in there, and I mean, I don't really know. I'm not really that great with cassettes. I know there are some valuable cassettes out there, but toys for sure. I saw the Pound Puppies. Boom, an old Pez. That's a tiny one too. A little keychain. New in the package still. I don't know if that candy's still good, but I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna sell that thing. Some binoculars that weren't very good. I don't know too much about binoculars, so those ones, the ones in the red one, just seem kind of cheap. I clicked off the camera just because the camera kept swinging back and forth on my across my chest, and it's kind of annoying me. But I pick up those few things that I saw. You'll see stuff in that. You'll see everything in the recap here, and we're gonna move on down the line. But she ended up having some good stuff. I mean, I think those magic cards will be pretty good, especially if I find something kind of cool in there. Hopefully, a big hit. We'll see. But the Yadro should pay for most of that transaction. $60 for everything. And I want to move on down the line and see what else is here. Got some gaming chairs or some desk chairs. A lot of open space here. Kind of wish I'd come on Thursday, but then again, I might not have picked up the stuff I did. And who knows, what you're going to find on any given day. I'm going to move on down here to this next tent. And I'm going to grab an item here that I'm thinking would be pretty good for Halloween that's coming up right now. Wasn't that one? I'm just realizing I'm spotting it right now. It was on this side. If you see that hairy mass over there to the left, scanning. And so that right there is a Chewbacca jacket, hooded jacket, officially Star Wars branded. Probably from early, yeah, if I had to guess, probably 2009 and 9, 10 or so. Brand new with tags. It said XXL, but I don't think it's an adult XXL. So with Halloween coming up, it's Star Wars. It's a hooded jacket. Winter's coming up. I'm going to pick that up for sure. $15 on that guy. Definitely going to pick that up for $15. Not sure really what the comps are on that, but if I had to guess, probably around $50 to $60. I'm going to ask about this football, but he wanted like $10 for that, and that box was destroyed. It was Oklahoma Sooners. We have football season starting up. College football. Sooners, Oklahoma is a big team. A lot of, I mean, if you know about college football, you know about Oklahoma Sooners. But the jacket 15 is a definite good buy with Halloween coming up, with winter coming up. It's Star Wars. We have the new Ahsoka series starting as well too next week, so a lot of hype around Star Wars right now. Definitely gonna get that listed soon. And so that was all going through my head as I was looking at it and deciding what I should pay for it. Was $15 okay? Was it not okay? I mean, those are all the things that are going through my head, and so I'm trying to tell you guys exactly what I'm thinking, so that way, hopefully it helps. I mean, so that way, hopefully, it helps you guys, and what you should be thinking and what you should be. Or what you should be thinking about as you're trying to purchase items. This isn't really like resale here. I still have this hang up on getting a Microsoft Surface tablet. But I'm just looking at the model number, look how much memory it has. Now, the other one, it was the one I probably would have asked about and maybe bought. This one had a little bit more memory. It was kind of what I was looking for. But as I open the screen, oh no, is it not on camera? Oh, I didn't get on camera. There was 2 big cracks on the screen. I'm like, oh no. Then I was checking that one out again. I'm like, no, that was the Surface RT version, which isn't very good. So I'm just taking a look at the laptops here. I'm gonna be, since I'm doing more videos, I think I need a little bit more of a powerful laptop to help with video editing, if I'm ever out and about. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a look and see what's here, but nothing really that great. Nothing that would suit what I would need it to do. A little too old. This one would have been cool, but I think it was a Dell, I believe. This is more their gaming computer line. So technically, when you have gaming or gaming version, it would have higher specs. Usually a better processor. Usually would probably have some sort of a mobile graphics card on board, which will help. But I didn't even feel like testing it out or anything. It was kind of, the bottom part was kind of falling apart. He was trying to show me this other one. This one's too old. I'm not really wanting that old. I want something somewhat modern, probably an Intel i7 processor and some sort of mobile graphics card. Preferably NVIDIA. I tend to lean towards NVIDIA as far as my graphics cards go, but I'll definitely settle for an AMD. I mean, not settle. AMD is AMD cards are perfectly fine. It's just I tend to lean towards NVIDIA. Okay, we saw this Angry Birds. I sold the Angry Bird pig this week. That one went out. I picked it up and all the stuffing was just, I don't know what happened to the stuffing of that guy. But I don't know if like someone had taken the stuffing out or what. Or maybe it was fake. This guy here, I've been keeping my eye out for this vendor here. I haven't seen him in a few weeks, and they usually have some good stuff. I mean, it's not crazy, but the stuff they have is pretty good. Check this out. Toys R Us, no longer around. Advertisement here, folded up. But look at that. Look. I don't know if you saw it on the front of it, though. They were advertising the original NES, Nintendo Entertainment System on the front. So, I'm already have my mind made up. I'm going to buy that Nintendo thing if they want to, I think it was just in there for I don't really know if it was in there for packaging material or what, but definitely going to buy that. Going through this, so I'm again, I'm seeing the Toys R Us ad there. So now my mind is kind of like, all right, they have a Toys R Us ad. What else do they have from that era? Maybe a Nintendo Entertainment System, maybe some other toys or something. G.I. Joe's, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is a adult content, is what that is. So that's not for resale. I'm not going to buy that to resell. So now I'm thinking, like, what else is there? What else? Maybe there's something else from that time frame. Maybe the time that newspaper and that time that advertisement came out, or anything in there. But I don't really. I mean, I don't find anything from that era. But there will be some stuff here that I definitely do take, and I've purchased some of the. It's coming up. I think it's on the table right next to this. I'm just checking out these bags right here. That look like Camel cigarette advertisement bag. But it was for a pull Q stick. Probably a Camel branded pull Q stick as well. And there was 2 of them there, but no Q stick. I might have offered something on it if it had the Q stick in there. But it was just the bags, which Now we're gonna move on down here. What that guy is looking at in the box is what I'm gonna buy. I forgot my cart. I bring my cart over to this side. And here we go. We got some Lemax accessories. For those of you that like to build your Christmas village, that like to build your Halloween village, we're coming up here in about a couple weeks, maybe a little bit less than a couple weeks. The Halloween village is going up in our house. It is Halloween season. And so we have all our Lemax stuff. This is West Coast Choppers. I think the guy's name was Jesse James, the builder, the motorcycle builder that had his custom motorcycle custom shop, West Coast Choppers. And he had a TV series on Discovery Channel, I believe. But I'm gonna pick up all these Lemax stuff, all the little accessories. These do pretty well. I mean, anywhere from $10 to $20 for each accessory. See some Dungeons and Dragons stuff right here. Some guides and stuff. I have a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons guides I'm still selling through, so I wasn't initially gonna pick it up. But then he offers me something like $5 more or something like that, and throw in those, and I couldn't pass it up. I asked him about the Toys R Us. He said just toss it in there. He gives me a great deal on all the stuff, and then I just so happen to pick up he starts upselling me here because I pick up this little Victoria's Secret. It was brand new, older bag, and I was like, oh. Then he just 18. I think he said 18 for all of it, and then he says, "You sure you don't want the Dungeons and Dragons books?" And I was like, well. Then he tosses me another great deal on that, so I'll pick them up. And see, it all started with the Toys R Us ad. Now these things aren't from that era, but nonetheless, the Toys R Us ad is what drew me into this area. I already kind of know these guys. Like I said, they haven't been there for a few weeks, but I do like the stuff that they bring to the flea market. Generally do buy whenever they bring stuff to the flea market. And actually, they do bring a lot of Lemax stuff, surprising. I mean, not a lot, but they do bring Lemax. Check out these cards, just baseball cards. So the Toys R Us thing drew me in, and then from there, I found the Lemax stuff. Ended up tossing in, got a good deal on those Dungeons and Dragons books. And then the Victoria's Secret bag, which you just kind of almost tossed it in for a few bucks. So I was like, what the heck? The West Coast Chopper thing, I don't know. I don't know what that's going to go for. I really don't even know really what it is. Like, it has a couple of clips on the back. You clip it to something? I don't know. But we will see what it ultimately sells for. I wanted to look in the box. I didn't see what's in the box, and it's just a bunch of makeup. So we're gonna move on down and just kind of browse, see what else is out here. Check out this table. You guys drop any comments on any of the stuff you guys are seeing? Anything cool that you guys see that I'm just not, either my cart got stuck there, that I'm not seeing or that I don't know about? So we're gonna start walking back. I wanted to film this this booth right here, even though I don't buy anything here, but this guy here, he has great stuff. Lots of great items here on these tables. I mean, I don't know where he gets all this stuff. And look at the time, the effort it takes to display all these items. I mean, he does charge a lot. He charges quite a bit for this stuff. Do I buy from him from time to time? I do. I don't buy that as it's just too much. I mean, I just can't pay that what he's asking and try to resell it. I'm not going to make any money. But I have found some great stuff, and I found my, don't think it was in the video, but I found my holy grail of toys I've been looking for, which was a Micro Flashers tank back from the 90s. And so I did find it here on the back. And so I'm going to always take a look here just to see if he does have any more of those, because I would like to buy some more. So just take a look at I mean, just look at the layout of all this stuff. I mean, it's easy to see as opposed to everybody just throws everything out there. Definitely takes pride in bringing his stuff here to the flea market and laying it out for people. I appreciate that. I mean, I just, like I said, I just can't pay the prices that he's asking and make money on it. But I will buy from time to time if it turns out to be a good deal. But cool stuff here. A lot of cool stuff. Older phones, tape recorders. And the back table is, of course, the more pricier items. There's a tablet there completely destroyed. A MacBook Air. Got some knives back there. Pretty cool stuff. He was going through a bunch of Lego minifigures. And that was just like a dash cam, Amazon dash cam. Kind of taking a peek. I'm looking out for those little micro flasher vehicles. See if I see any more. Those would be pretty cool. And it's they kind of look like micro machines, except they make sounds and lights sometimes. So that's what I'm looking for. But I'm not seeing it here. And here's the really expensive case. Well, I mean, not crazy expensive, but I mean, the more expensive case. It's a Leatherman multi-tool right there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I asked him about that last time I was here, and I think he wanted $60 for it. Which is a good price for a Leatherman. It's just that's about what it would go for on eBay. So just take a look at the minifigures. Fairly modern stuff. Nothing older. Just taking a peek, looking to make sure there's nothing of incredible value there. But that's going to go ahead and wrap up the trip here. We're going to go over to the recap, and I'm going to go over what I picked up. Some great stuff on this trip. Quite a bit of stuff that, I try to make these, a little bit more, not so much stuff, so I can show you guys exactly what I'm doing, how I'm looking it up, but we end up with a somewhat
okay, everybody, welcome to the recap here.
These are the items we picked up here at the flea market. Some of the box. Couldn't fit everything on here, as you can tell. So, starting off, of course, with the Yadro figure. I think you heard me in the video. It has the box. See the figure there. Is the lighting good or not good? Where's the lighting? Get the lighting up there. Okay. Oh, this is that Toys R Us thing. Let me show you this Toys R Us magazine really quick. I don't think I got a good shot of the front of it, which has advertising for the Nintendo system. You could have got it for $99. That's pretty cool. I don't know if this is worth anything or if it's a keeper or what, but that's pretty cool. So this is the Yadro figure here. So because I have the box, we have the paperwork and everything for it there. Probably right about $40 to $50. So I should pay for most of the deal that I made with Lupe that day, or at the flea market that day. That was today for me. I'm gonna try to get this video out today as well. Coca-Cola light set, about $15 to $20 on that guy. Has the polar bears, the Coca-Cola bottles. It's brand new in the box. This thing has not been opened, so see that. So $15 to $20 on that, not bad. So we're doing pretty well here. Not sure on this owl though. I mean, it's a big, heavy piece. If I had to guess, this has got to be at least $20 piece right here on this piece of glass. So that was pretty cool. The magic cards are going to be the wild card. I have no idea. I'm going to have to do more research on that. But I got three. One box has mostly baseball cards in it, which are kind of worthless. They're from the 90s. But the magic cards, that's where the money is. I hope. We'll see. You didn't see me pick this up, but this is the World of Warcraft. Kind of like magic cards, but it's a trading card deck. And this one goes for about between $10 to $20. So I got it for $3 off camera. You saw the Britney Spears. That one, it goes for about $30 to $40. It is brand new in the box, although there is something like rolling around in there. Not sure. It's like this little microphone. It kind of came off her hand, right behind her arm in there. So that was a good score. The Pound Puppies, again, this is right about $30 for the Pound Puppies here. And it's brand new in the box. $19.99 on that one. So, great item. Easy to ship. It's Pound Puppies. It's vintage. You can't find this nowadays. So, where are you going to look at? eBay. We have the 50-foot cable, which I ended up looking up. It's not as good as I thought it would be, so I'm glad I didn't pay too much for it. And that alarm clock, the Sony alarm clock I bought right here should, take care of that deal. And then this will be profit, probably like $10 to $15 because it's a 50-footer, so 50-foot VGA cable. West Coast Chopper. I still don't know what this is, but I did scan it, and it looks like it goes for about $10, so we'll call that one $10 on that deal. Victoria's Secret, I don't know. It's an older Victoria's Secret bag. It's just like an accessory bag. I'm assuming came with different perfumes and stuff, and it is brand new with tags. So I couldn't find it, but I'm gonna guess probably about $15, $10 to $15 on that. Not bad because overall I think I only paid like $20 for everything, and for that deal, not included with this. And not only that, but I got the Dungeons and Dragons books, which I didn't want to get initially. The Lemax stuff, again, this is like $10 to $15 for each of these Lemax. These accessories, like $10 to $15, and so those will be pretty good for the Lemax. Will definitely pay for a lot of this as well. Lisa Frank, these are stickers, just little roll stickers. So this is old too. This is from, I don't think it has a date on it, but it says made in the USA. But this is an older Lisa Frank, brand new in the box here. Don't want to mess the box up too much, but I'm not really sure. I didn't comp this out, but you definitely look at Lisa Frank. It was in the bundle. The bundle's already paid for, so whatever this goes for, maybe 10, maybe 15. I'll say $10 on the low end. That $10 is profit already. Okay, so. Oh, the hat, $10 to $15 on the 49er hat. And this is all good stuff to add in the store. And easy stuff. easy shipping items. A lot of this will probably go in a poly mailer. I mean, this right here I put in a box. I don't want it to get crushed. The Yadro will probably go in a box, but those are small boxes. There aren't crazy boxes here. I'm pulling over here from the side because I have another box full of stuff. This one right here, so I got the other Dungeons and Dragon books, but this one right here last sold for $45. So this was a pretty good score, and it's going to pay for a lot of what I purchased overall. This with the Yadro, close to about $100 is what we're going to make just on these, on 2 items that we picked up. So, you know, and we spent roughly, I mean, probably a little over $100, like $110 maybe. I'll have to double check, but I think it's right around $100. $110 total is what we spent on the items that we're going to resell. And in 2 items, we're going to make most of that money back already. So not bad, not a bad haul. Trying to make sure I didn't get anything. You saw some of the stuff in the video already. The Lemax stuff, I don't know if you saw all the Lemax stuff individually, but little tiny lights. See, they're all wired in the back. So little lights there with the DC power. Yeah, I think it just takes a battery in there. Snowman, just a lighted snowman accessory for your town. Here's some lights if you want to add to your Christmas town, Halloween town. There's probably more Christmas stuff, but again, more light. I mean, all these things are like 10 to 15 bucks, 10 to 15 bucks, 10 to 15 bucks, 10 to 15 bucks, 10 to 15 bucks. Some of these might go for a little bit more. Like I know some of these, like the light bulb, like the multi-string light bulbs, go for a little bit more. And sometimes they, you know, once you start to get closer to the holidays, they just sell out and they're gone. So then you usually have to buy secondary, like not Lemax products. You have to go. This one right here. This is probably like a $20 piece, $20, $25. Outdoors, it's brand new. It runs on batteries. Look at that, pretty cool. Originally $24 at Michael's. So nice little Lemax piece. Definitely look out for Lemax, especially right now with the holidays coming up. Pez keychain guy, probably like $10 to $12 on that guy right there. And again, I'm trying to find like around $10 items, and you know when I'm doing bundles, I'm going to throw some little items into the bundle that will cost me, you know, very little, but will help overall increase the total profit I'm going to get on the deal overall. So that's the great thing about bundles is what I try to do is try to find one thing that's going to pay for most of the bundle. Like I got the Yadro for this one bundle. Then I started throwing in little things like that guy there. So they'll see like the more expensive stuff and they'll want to price that out. And then they see you grabbing just a little miscellaneous thing, but all these little $10 items, these all add up. And they're kind of just throwing, you're kind of in the bundle, you're kind of just throwing these in there. And you're helping them out by helping them clear their stuff. It makes the deal look a little bit better for, you know, it makes the deal look a little better for the buyer because you're getting more stuff out of it. It makes the deal look better for the seller because they're moving some more stuff. And it's a win-win situation for everybody. And they're buying storage lockers. They're paying one big price for a storage locker. And not only are they trying to make money on it, obviously they're going to try to make their money back on everything. But they also need a clear space because they're going to buy more. They have, I mean, when I've talked to some of these people, they have limited space. And sometimes, you know, they make all their money back. They start to get into the profit, but they still have stuff. They just throw it away. And because it's more cost effective for them to throw it away instead of hauling it around or keeping it in a storage unit, not doing anything for them. So, don't be like, oh, well, I'll give you a little bit extra. Yeah, I mean, I'll help them out. But in reality, you're helping them out by taking that stuff away so they don't have to deal with it anymore. I'm pretty sure, if none of them were making a profit, the prices would be jacked up a bit more. And I have no problem, helping them out and maybe paying a little bit more, making a little less profit. Then hopefully down the line, we get hooked up with another deal. So those are my thoughts on that. Then the VHS, not big VHS buyer, not really my thing, but I saw these Star Trek ones, and I'd never seen like the actual TV series in a VHS format. So I was kind of looking. I couldn't find these exact ones. I found Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is about $10. But if I had to guess, just from what I was seeing on eBay, about $5 each one. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So $50. I spent $15 on the whole thing, and that's going to give me a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to give me 10 listings. Yeah, $5 a listing, but it looks good for the eBay algorithm. It's something that's popular. It's Star Trek, and they're VHS. I mean, VHS is still kind of popular, and Star Trek's popular, and it's going to look good on eBay. That I'm putting 10 things up. Easy to list, easy to ship, easy to store. That's the saying. That's the saying that's going to go on my merch when I hit it big here on YouTube, and it'll be out for you guys to purchase. I'm going to show you guys the chaos of the garage here. Everything, all kinds of chaos everywhere. Just show you the jacket. Again, I think it's a kid's jacket. I don't think this is an XXL men's or women's, or maybe it's a women's jacket. I don't know. But there it is, XXL. It's chewy. Halloween's coming up. Winter's coming up. Doesn't say kids on there, but that'd be pretty cool. That's gonna be like $50 or $60 right there. Also, too, look at that. I'm gonna be like close to $150 in just 3 items, and everything else added to the store is gonna be big profit. We're making money. The flea market is a great place. If you guys have a flea market in your area, go to the flea market. Great stuff. Bundle stuff up. Look for those people that buy storage units. Because you never know what they're going to have. And look at all this stuff. This is some great stuff. Stuff you can't find. Stuff you can't buy anywhere. You're going to have to go online. You're going to have to go on eBay. You're going to have to go on Macari. You're going to have to go to Poshmark, wherever you sell, to find items like this. And we're out there as resellers. We're out there. We're hunting these items down, trying to find these unique items so that way we can bring them out and get them to the masses. Did I sound like a preacher there? Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the new subscribers. I hope you guys like the content. This is going to be a bit of a longer video. Flea markets are typically longer videos, just because flea market's big. I appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate the comments. Again, we'll catch you guys in the next video.